So the keys are set here in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, and we are ready for the ring walk. So let's go to our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, we are ready for the WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. Please welcome the boxers as they make their way to the ring. First, joining us to the blue corner, the challenger. Ahora entrando a la esquina azul, el retador Orlando Salido.
Orlando Salido. Al, he started his career the hard way.
Boy, did he ever. With almost no amateur experience, he was 6-5-1 in his first 12 fights. 4 were KO losses, but he stuck with it. He had 3 upset wins after that. Got with Zanford Promotions and then with Top Rank and turned his career around. And since that point, he's been 29-6-1, a champion, and he belongs in this ring.
And he's taken on some tough customers as well.
That's for sure. 8 former or current world champions, including the likes of Juan Manuel Marquez, Yuri Marcus Gamboa, Cristobal Cruz, who he fought twice, Robert Guerrero, just the list goes on. He's fought some very tough people.
And now entering to the red corner, the champion, ahora entrando a la esquina roja, el campeón Juan Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion has entered the building.
Boy, is he ever. He is stylish looking, and that was quite an entrance. And this crowd really behind him. He has to be careful, though, not to allow the emotion of the moment to make him too aggressive early in this fight.
Very interesting. He enters the ring. Very limited entourage. The undefeated Juan Manuel Lopez, the WBO featherweight champion, who could be fighting at this weight, not for the last time, but maybe 2 more fights, and then he'll move up.
Gonna go to 130, and that's with that. We'll take a look at the tail of the tape. You see the difference in age for Salido, and of course, the rest of the numbers very similar, but this is a battle that will be won not so much by those numbers, but the grit and determination of these 2 men.
All right, let's go inside the ring where Jimmy Lennon Jr. is standing by as we prepare for this World Championship fight on Showtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, welcome to Coliseo Rubén Rodríguez in Bayamón, Puerto Rico, for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Top Rank Incorporated, PR Best Boxing Promotions, Sunfair Promotions, SeaPuertoRico.com, Tecate, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the WBO, sancionada por la OMB, President Francisco Valcarcel, Supervisor Manuel Marrero. Introducing our three judges, scoring from ringside, presentando a los jueces. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Lisa Jampa. From Mineral Rights, Ohio, Thomas Miller. And from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Jose Roberto Torres. And our third man in the ring, a referee in charge, referee es Roberto Ramirez Jr. Bien amigos, esta es la pelea estelar de la noche, 12 asaltos por el campeonato mundial de la OMB peso pluma. All right fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Featherweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, because Puerto Rico does it better. En vivo desde Puerto Rico, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing silver trunks with blue trim, he weighed in at 126 pounds. Presentando en la esquina azul, con un peso de 126 libras. From Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico, his record includes 34 wins, 11 losses, 2 draws, and 1 no decision, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. 34 victorias, 11 derrotas, 2 empates y un sin concurso, con 22 ganadas por la vía del knockout. Currently ranked the WBO number 9 world contender. Here is the former IBF featherweight champion of the world. Aquí está el ex campeón mundial peso pluma. Introducing Orlando Siri Salido. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold trunks with white trim. He weighed in at a trim and ready 125 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pesando 125 libras. Tonight, in the third title defense of his current title, he is the 2-time world champion and is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 30 wins, no losses, 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord, 30 victorias sin derrota, con 27 ganadas por la vía del knockout. De Caguas, Puerto Rico, aquí está el campeón mundial 2 veces, el invicto campeón mundial de la OMB peso pluma, the undefeated WBO featherweight champion of the world, introducing Juan Manuel Lopez.
Let's go.
Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Roberto Ramirez Jr.
El propio de out. Deja el mouthpiece. 11-0, 11-0. Mouthpiece. Bien. Entonces son la pelea estelar de la noche, ya una pelea de campeonato. Recuerden que los puños son válidos del ombligo hacia arriba. Cuando digo break es un paso para atrás sin tirar. Obedezcan mis comandos en todo tiempo. ¿Ok? Choquen los guantes y que Dios los bendiga. Vamos.
The WBO featherweight world title, the challenger Orlando Salido said, "This is huge for me. He's the best at 126. It would take me to another level. Meanwhile, the champion Juan wins this fight. He fights Marquez one more time, and he moves up to 130. Lopez, Salido, 12 rounds, WBO featherweight title, and we're underway.
And when you look at these two men in the ring, Salido, doesn't he look physically a powerful man? And he is a very strong featherweight. Of course, Lopez, a huge puncher, we know. The last time he fought a lefty, Salido, was when he fought Robert Guerrero. He won the fight, but tested positive in the pre-fight test for a banned substance. They appealed it with an attorney, got it at least reduced to a no decision, but of course he didn't win the title that he was after. But he fought very well against Guerrero, who was a lefty, and it was a very terrific lefty.
Salido coming off a very tough fight in his last fight against Gamboa.
And you know, Gamboa is a very slick, quick fighter. Lopez doesn't give him that look, but the most important thing here is this ring is gigantic. And they made it a gigantic ring, I'm sure, here in Puerto Rico, because they want Lopez to have escapability if he gets in trouble.
Gamboa considered a Roy Jones type elusive fighter. Or Salido saying to us in our fighter meeting, the good thing is I know that Juanma is going to be there, so I'll have better opportunities.
Yeah, and Salido just landed a right hand. Lopez has been busier here in round one, but Salido was able to sneak in a right hand, and of course that's his main punch in this fight.
November 6th, 2010, Juanma with a TKO in round 8 against the legend Rafael Marquez. And he kind of just walked through him in that fight.
Yeah, a very exciting fight, even though Lopez had control of it for most of the fight, but it was like all Lopez fights, it was fun to watch. Ooh, there's that overhand right from Salido. He's got to throw it and throw it off him. Now, Salido said that where some people have made their mistake is they haven't pressured Lopez right from the get-go. He said he was going to do that, but has not been that much of a pressure fighter here in round one.
Straight left hand to the body by Lopez.
No. Box.
Salido likes to go to the body, and there he does it, although nothing got through big time. There's that straight left from Lopez.
Salido also connecting on a left hook. Salido telling us he wants to establish that straight right hand. He needs constant pressure, but he has to pressure Lopez intelligently.
You got to work a little more downstairs. Keep working the body and go inside. And then you come outside. Keep there nice and close with him. Okay, forget about this round. He's there. He's staying right there for you. After the jab, you go in.
Second round scheduled for 12 for the WBO featherweight title. The challenger, Orlando Salido, in silver and blue. The champion, I don't know what color or what kind of trucks those are.
They're stylish, though, aren't they?
They are cool. Is Juanma Lopez.
Now, Salido does have, how about this? Salido beat Trinidad. Did you know that? But not Felix. It was Fran or Trinidad who was 1 and 2. I had you for a second there, didn't I?
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I was going to say a different generation there. He did beat a Trinidad, but not the Felix.
Juan, the former WBO junior featherweight champ, 5 successful title defenses. Last time we saw him here in Puerto Rico, he fought Bernabe Concepcion, was knocked down in the first round, knocked Concepcion down twice in the first round, and then finally finished him in the second round. Different caliber of fighter now with Orlando Salido.
You know, it's interesting when you try to break down a fight and, you know, you look at it. I thought there's that overhand right by Salido. I thought the straight left might be better for Lopez than the hook. And so far it has been that way. That straight left, even though the hook is his big knockout punch often, the straight left has landed more often against Salido. There's the right by Salido, though. He's starting to get that punch in.
That's right, lead right hand by Salido. And when Juan was told that many fighters feel that he is weaker in the second half of fights, he said, let them think whatever they want to. I don't think Rafael Marquez feels that way.
No, and I think a lot of that is based on the Rogers-Motagua fight, in which Motagua in the last 6 rounds really came on against Lopez and had him all but out on his feet for 3 minutes in the 12th round. I've never seen anything like it. And Lopez, to his everlasting credit, was somehow able to get through and stand up at the end of the fight to get a decision.
That was the only time Lopez went 12 rounds against Motagua.
Salido's had a much better second round than a first. I don't know that he's won it, but he's been done better. And there's another straight left hand by Lopez.
Lopez very patient, almost as if he's trying to feel Salido's power to figure out where he is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Good hook by Salido on the inside.
Lopez loves to take chances. That's what makes him such an exciting fighter.
And there he is right there. He's just staying inside with Salido. Stylistically, that may give Salido a chance, but it's making for a great fight here. Both men wailing away. Oh, nice right by Salido.
Straight left hand getting through for Lopez. Lopez with the broader shoulders. Now, punches and bunches. Here we go. They're getting warm here in PR. 10 seconds to go in the second round for the WBO featherweight world title.
A little more closer. And don't open up your hands so much. When you go in, just start hitting. But we're working okay.
On the inside, Lopez happy to lay on the inside, throwing the right uppercuts and exchanging with Salido. And neither man was perfect in that instance, but it showed that that's the kind of fight Salido wants if he can make it work.
Third round scheduled for 12 for the WBO featherweight title. The champion in the gold trunks, Juan Lopez. The challenger in silver and blue, Orlando Salido.
Ok. Break. Sube la cabeza. Box.
Both men, as we mentioned, fought Rogers-Motagua in the case of Lopez, that wild 12-round fight. Oh, good right hook by Lopez. And for Salido, he stopped Motagua after 5 rounds.
Ooh, short right hand getting through for Salido, but Lopez answers.
Lopez's right hook is now becoming a factor in this fight. And boy, it's powerful.
There's another right hook. Now some redness on the bridge of the nose of Salido. Lopez using his jab.
It's one thing to say you're going to pressure Lopez, and Salido is fearless, but boy, you have to take some punishment to do it.
Uppercut, right hook by Lopez as he steps off.
And you said the operative word, steps off. He didn't stay there, he moved away, and that's what they'd like him to do.
Looping right hand getting through for Salido. Salido continuing to pursue. High guard. Peekaboo.
You know, Salido's starting to land that right a little bit more. I don't know if it's having an impact, but he's throwing it more and he's landing it more, even though he's probably losing this round again. But he's got to keep throwing that right hand and not stop.
Wild right hand missing by Salido.
And the jab from Salido, which would be a nice idea.
Heavy punches by both fighters. 23 seconds to go in the third.
Gus, that was one of those times you and I sitting at ringside, you could feel those punches, couldn't you?
Yes. Swinging for the fences. These two men in rhythm early as we come to the end of the third round. It's a beautiful dance here in Puerto Rico.
You're doing it good. It's perfect. That's what you need to be doing. Have him keep walking back. Keep moving your body. On your waist, through your waist, keep moving your body. Okay.
Here's where Salido early in the round was able to get in a right hand. That's exactly the way he's supposed to throw that punch. But nice straight left from Lopez and countering him as well. And then later on, they were both going for a home run ball here. Right above us, they were wailing away with some big shots, and that overhand right from Salido missing.
The WBO featherweight title, fourth round, scheduled for 12. The challenger in gold, the challenger in silver and blue, in Orlando Salido, and the champion Juan Manuel Lopez in gold.
Salido had been trained for his last couple fights by Daniel Zaragoza, the legendary champion and Hall of Famer from Mexico. He's a fine trainer now. But now Victor Barron, his original trainer, is back, who had been battling prostate cancer, and he's certainly happy to have him back in his corner.
Also Santos Moreno in the corner with Victor Barron as well. Salido going to Zaragoza, looking for something different, he said. Straight left hand getting through for Lopez. 2 minutes to go.
Obviously, Orlando Salido is not a stylist, but he's a gritty, rough competitor in there. And you have to watch him every second because he'll throw some of those big bombs and hurt you with them badly. Lopez doing a very... Oh, there it is. Wow, Lopez stood up to that right hand.
That's a can opener.
Yes.
Oh, right hand again by Salido. And that backs up Juan.
Man.
Salido. Now he backs up as Lopez puts together a combination. Fans getting into it. Here in Bayamón. Oh, straight right hand landing for Orlando Salido.
Lopez taking three thunderous rights.
Another right hand followed by a left hook by Salido.
It's becoming a typical Lopez fight now, and this is by far the best round Salido has had.
And you just wonder, wow, the out-of-the-ring distractions, will it affect the champion? He's getting a divorce. He has 5 children. He and his wife, Barbara, had an official ceremony last year. And less than a year later, the marriage is coming to an end. He said, though, that it will not affect his performance.
You know, he felt it because he could see his kids and everything. It wasn't going to affect him. And right now, the big thing that's affecting him is Orlando Salido's right hand. He is bouncing them off his head, as we thought he might.
Lopez backpedaling. Salido, constant pressure. Heat in the kitchen. And that's the end of the round. And the family for the champion, Juan Lopez. Five children: Stephanie, Raymond, Alexandra.
Okay, when you throw upstairs, you got to make sure you go inside now.
And Juan Jr.
Well, that look on Juan Manuel Lopez's face is because of all this. There are some monstrous right hands coming from Orlando Salido. That was one of them. Then later in the round, there would be more. Blasting away that one. Luckily for Lopez, Salido was going backwards when he threw it, but that's the first round in which Salido got on the scoreboard as far as I'm concerned.
Lopez quick off the stool to begin the 5th round with a determined look on his face.
The danger in a firefight with Salido is that he has a great chin. Unlike some other fighters. Oh, good hook by Lopez. But look, Salido just keeps coming.
No lo baje, Juan, no lo baje. Okay, break, sin tirar. Vamos. Box.
And the 39-37 score is what I have, that Alex Ginebra and Carlos Gonzalez have, and Sergio Machado has every round for Lopez. I thought the last one was for...
Straight left hand getting through for Lopez.
Suéltalo, suéltalo.
Uppercut, right hook. The champion finding a rhythm here.
The problem with all those right hooks and right uppercuts is you have to stay in close really to throw them effectively, and that's giving Salido a chance to be in the right wheelhouse to throw that right hand.
Salido's defense, Al, very good.
Yes, better than, you're 100% right, Gus, better than we sometimes see from him. He's blocking a lot of punches and slipping some, which is rare for him. Oh, nice right by Salido. He may have hurt Lopez with that punch, I'm not sure. One thing Salido has not done, though, is go to the body effectively, and he wanted to do that early. This is a close round, though, here in round 5.
Lopez keeping that left hand a little low. Now he gets it up high. That looping right hand, very effective for Salido.
Now you see Salido working the body a little bit more, and that is important because it could pay him dividends as this fight goes on.
Left arm right now. He's down. The champion wobbling. Salido caught him with the right hand. Juanma, 17 seconds to go. Stumbling. Salido, can he close? Juanma on Queer Street. Salido trying to finish him. Juanma backs up. Oh, and the champ gets out of the round. He lasted.
Let's get some water here. Just keep breathing deep. Okay, let's get going. Breathe deep. Keep your head up.
Well, you know, The right hand was the big one, but there may have been a left hook in here that started the problem. Let's take a look. There's the hook. Now that was a big punch, and then the right hand followed. We talked about the fact that Orlando Salido has power. He's hard to discourage, and this is what they worried about in the Juan Manuel Lopez corner. And the only thing that saved him, Gus, that knockdown came with 16 seconds left in the round.
Lopez does not look sharp tonight. He's not pulling the trigger. Is it the out of the ring distractions? Or is it just great tight pressure defense and aggressiveness by Salido?
And he's been in wars. Juan Manuel Lopez has been in some really difficult fights that could be taking their toll. Let's see, though. He's very resilient, Lopez, so you can't count him out. Oh, the hook of Salido is becoming a weapon now. Oh!
Lopez staggered again. He's ready to go. Salido putting it together. Lopez, another right hand. How is Lopez staying up? He left hook. Lopez backs up. Orlando Salido said, "This is my chance," in his hometown. Salido taking his time.
Even though this ring is monstrous, he doesn't have the legs to get out.
Lopez, hands down. Salido trying to set up that right looper. Lopez trying to clear his head.
Look at the resilience of Juan Manuel Lopez, though. Honestly, look at him.
Maybe he's cleared his head. He lands a straight left hand.
What a warrior. What a performance by Salido.
Left hook, Salido.
Wow.
What a fight. Lopez out on his feet with under a minute to go. Orlando Salido, who started his career the hard way. Now Lopez making a comeback. Lands the left hand.
Salido's getting a little wild. Oh my, lands another huge right. And nothing happens this time. You know, Salido, I think, is getting a little tired from all the punching in this round, but man, what a round.
And Lopez has cleared his head now. Hands up high.
Oh.
Orlando Salido, how much energy did he expend? 5 seconds. Wow. Nuts and guts.
All right, we held on. We held on in that round. That's the way. We held down. Now let's clear our head. You hearing me?
Another huge round for Salido. And there's the overhand right landing. And you know, the hook has been a big weapon for Salido as well, and he lands that. He had Lopez in all kinds of trouble again. Oh my. I mean, those are big shots. They're a little wide, but boy, they're powerful. I have this fight even now because I gave Lopez the first 3 rounds, but then a 10-9 and a 10-8 round for Salido.
7th round scheduled for 12. The WBO featherweight title. The challenger, Orlando Salido from Sonora, Mexico. In silver, the champion, Juan Lopez. In gold,
This crowd giving Lopez as much support and encouragement as it can.
But it's motivating Salido. He said he didn't care where he had to fight Lopez. It's an opportunity. You take it and you go.
And now Lopez is in a firefight. And the problem is Salido is a hard man, almost an impossible man to knock out these days.
Right hand landing for Orlando Salido. Lopez getting on his toes.
The difference between, as we mentioned earlier, Salido fighting Gamboa, who's constant movement, is that there are fewer opportunities to hit Gamboa. Lopez, you can't hit him. Lopez having a decent 7th round, though.
Lopez still, Al, looks like he's trying to clear his head. He may not be 100% there.
No, he's definitely, big right uppercut, though, lands to Salido. Lopez is wide open if Salido can get one of those right hands in again. And big body work by Salido. That's very smart of him to go downstairs. This has been a rough pace for both men. Monstrous right by Salido, but Lopez able to take that.
48 seconds ago. Fans chanting Juan. Right hand, Salido again. And that looping, hooking right hand has been devastating tonight for Lopez.
Lopez opens himself up when he throws that left hand now. He's reaching with it, and that's what's making him open if Salido can get a big right hand in again. Salido's up punch output is less now, though. It's been a tough pace for both men.
Now Lopez coming back. Backs up Salido. Juan.
Man.
Caught a vibe at the end of the round. And that gets this crowd going. Salido breathing out of his mouth.
Shower him right now. Some more water.
And let's
listen to me, he's dead.
We'll see where Lopez was able to stun Orlando Salido. Good straight left hand. There's a couple of them and a good right hand. At the end of the round, Salido would land his own, but that was not a bad round for Juan Manuel Lopez, especially given where he came from the round before.
Champion. That was a better round. But keep continuing going close.
8th round. For the WBO featherweight title, the champion has been in trouble. In goal, Juan Manuel Lopez. The challenger has been sharp and aggressive and determined, but he may have been hurt at the end of the last round, the 7th. Orlando Salido. Right hand again by Salido.
Salido's now uncorking that right again and trying for the uppercut, which surprised Lopez and hit him. New vigor in Salido in this round now. You can feel it.
Another right hand, Salido stalking. Lopez's feet look flat. His legs sort of dead. Now he comes forward. Salido, another right hand.
Salido's having a very big round 8 here. Very big. And I think Lopez is in some trouble again.
Salido, chopping right hand. Another right hand. Salido, 3-punch combination. Lopez staggered. Lopez in trouble. Salido can finish him here. Orlando Salido, who started the hard way, and that's it. What a fight. Orlando Salido comes into Puerto Featherweight World Championship.
Juan Manuel Lopez is angry, and I don't blame him. I do not. Now, oh my God, we're just, wow.
And they're getting a little violent here. Water bottles being thrown. My partner hit with the water bottle. Orlando Salido. What a win here in Puerto Rico.
Well, it's gotten a little rough down here. I got hit with a water bottle.
Yes, you did.
Oof, that hurt.
Juan Manuel Lopez loses for the first time here in Bayamón. Battered, bruised, bloody. Meanwhile, the celebration begins for Orlando Salido. Here is a man that started his career 6-5-1. 4 of his losses coming by way of knockout when he was 15 years old. He was opponent. A marked man for house fighters. But he never gave up. And let's take a look at the last 15 seconds.
Well, this is the part where it will be debated. Clearly, Juan Manuel Lopez in a lot of trouble. There's no question he was in trouble at this juncture. He was getting hit with a lot of punches by Salido. He was still punching back, in some trouble, still throwing punches. And referee Roberto Ramirez would come in to stop it. Now, the problem with that stoppage is it came right after Lopez had landed a left hand and then gotten hit with the right hand. So I think that's where some will take issue with it. But, nevertheless, a tremendous performance by Salido. We'll see another look at it. Roberto Ramirez looking at the fighters. No question that Juan Manuel Lopez is in trouble, as he had been in several other rounds. The question, I guess, and it's up for debate, is he defenseless? Is he throwing back? Could he have been hurt in this instance? Obviously, it's a judgment call by the referee. You can look at this and determine. He was hit with a big left hook, but the question is, do you stop it at that moment? Honestly, my opinion is no, and the fans that hit me with the water bottle didn't know, I guess, that I was on their side.
What a turn of events here in Bayamón. Let's go inside the ring where Jimmy Lennon Jr. is standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a time of 1 minute 39 seconds at round number 8, 1 minuto 39 segundos and round número 8. A referee stops the contest. Referee paró la pelea. El ganador por knockout técnico. He is the winner by way of technical knockout and the new WBO featherweight champion of the world, Orlando Salido.
Orlando Salido.
What a performance.
What a performance. Let's go to Jim Gray, who's standing by with the new WBO featherweight champion of the world.
Orlando, congratulations to you on winning this fight.
Felicitaciones, Orlando, por ganar esta pelea.
Oh, muchas gracias, me preparé a conciencia muy bien, sabía que iba contra el número 1 de los Plumas, me preparé con todo mi corazón para venir y hacer una gran pelea aquí y ganamos aquí en Puerto Rico.
Thank you. He became very prepared to fight the #1 featherweight champion of the world, and he prepared himself excellent today.
How were you able to withstand the early rounds, and you seem to get things going after about the 4th round? What changed the complexion of this fight for you?
¿Qué fue lo que cambió la pelea? Que parece que los primeros 4 rounds lo estaba perdiendo frente a Juanma.
Me parece que sí, yo empecé a presionar un poco más, el estilo estaba metiendo golpes, estaba más o menos medio pareja, pero como la pelea aquí en Puerto Rico había que presionar más, irlo minando poco a poco.
He thinks the fight was going pretty evenly to the first 4 rounds, but he knew he had to pressure a lot because the fight was here in his hometown in Puerto Rico.
Let's take a look at the monitor if we can, and tell me what happened in the 5th round when you hit him with that big right hook that dropped Juanma.
¿Qué fue lo que pasó en el 5º round cuando le diste con el gancho de izquierda?
lo empecé a atacar y mire que le estaban entrando los golpes, se cubría mucho, él me quería noquear de un golpe y es cuando se empezó a abrir.
Yes.
Yo empecé a meter mejores golpes.
He started attacking him, and then when he started opening up, that's when he saw something where he can get in.
Did you feel as though he was going to be able to survive that? Because Juan was able to come back and make it a fight until the fight was stopped.
¿Tú creías que iba a sobrevivir ese round, Juanma, después que se recuperó?
No, pues yo sabía que ya estaba minado abajo, él ya estaba cansado. Él nomás se recuperaba el primer minuto y después bajaba.
Yeah, he did recoup just the first minute, but then he knew that he was slowing down.
When you were able to fight Gamboa, even though you lost, you knocked him down. How much confidence did that give you in this fight, even though you had lost that fight in a decision?
Aunque perdiste frente a Gamboa, que él te dio un knockdown, ¿qué confianza te dio para esta pelea contra Juanma?
Pues que no me había preparado muy bien contra Gamboa. Yo sé que si me hubiera preparado bien, hubiera sido otras las cosas.
Yeah, he said that against Gamboa, he really wasn't prepared enough, but today he was prepared and he knew that things would be different.
Will you give Juan a rematch?
¿Le va a dar una revancha a Juanma?
Pues a ver qué dice la empresa, estamos dispuestos a todo.
It depends what the promoter says.
Congratulations. Great fight tonight.
Felicitaciones por la pelea de hoy.
Le doy gracias a Fernando Beltrán, a John Given, y a voy a dar la oportunidad.
He thanks a lot of people, and John Given's one of them.
Thank you. Okay, Felix, come on over here. As Juan now exchange a handshake and some words here together. What did you say to him?
¿Qué le dijiste, Juanma?
No, que no, una gran pelea y nada, que me dé la revancha.
Nada, it was a great fight, and for him to give me the rematch.
Did you believe the fight should be stopped by the referee?
¿Tú pensaste que el referee debería parar la pelea?
No, la paró mal, realmente estaba consciente, sí me está dando buenos golpes, pero estaba la paró mal, para mí no la
He
paró.
was hitting me, but he shouldn't have stopped the fight. It was still conscious.
Wama, you started off very strong, but then you got caught by that big right hand in the fifth round. Was that the turning point of this fight?
Comenzaste muy bien los primeros rounds, pero en el quinto te dio con la derecha. ¿Ahí fue que cambió la pelea?
Sí, no, me dio un buen golpe, estaba un peleador fuerte, pero yo encuentro no había que pararla, yo estaba contragolpeando bien, yo me sentía bien, realmente que sí.
Yeah, he was still counter punching against him, but the punch did hurt in the fifth round, but he recouped.
It seemed as though he was able to hit you with his right hand all night long. Any reason as to why, and there was no adjustment?
¿Por qué te estaba dando con la derecha varias veces? ¿Por qué y por qué no ajustaste?
No, realmente él es un peleador que es incómodo, es la pura verdad, un peleador incómodo que sabe lo que hace. No, me dio buenos golpes, no pude bloquearla, realmente que no.
Yeah, he's a very uncomfortable fighter, and realistically, he couldn't block that punch that was coming, that right hand.
You said you would like a rematch, but let us ask you about the problems that you've had that we talked about before the fight and in the fighter meeting. Were any of your personal problems and the divorce and not being able to be with your children, did that play any part in mentally throwing you off tonight?
Mamá, tú dices que tú quieres la revancha, pero él quiere saber si en sí tuvo la cosa personal, el divorcio, tuvo algo que ver con la pelea de esta noche.
Bueno, realmente no, yo estoy tranquilo, realmente mi vida personal, yo estoy bastante tranquilo. Son cosas que suceden en la vida de uno, ¿no? Pero estoy tranquilo, realmente estoy muy bien.
Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with it. He has his life, personal life, and his professional life, and he just got beat today.
Mama, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Gracias,
Thank you.
All right, Gus, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jim. As we take a look at the numbers.
Well, you look at the interesting thing is for Salido to land more punches and throw more is fascinating because you would expect Lopez to maybe at least throw more, and those were big power punches that Salido did land. The overhand right and some great left hooks, and that was kind of the wild card in this fight. You wouldn't have expected Salido to land so many of those.
All right, let's take a look one more time at the end of the fight. You be the judge. Should this one have been stopped?
And you have to put it in context. Lopez had been hurt on a number of occasions, but also we know how resilient Juan Manuel Lopez is. Roberto Ramirez taking a good long look. The problem I think that some people may have with this is there was still counterpunching coming from Lopez, and you know Lopez is resilient.
Now here's a very interesting question. Let's see how the scoring went for Lopez Salido at the time of the stoppage.
Judges' scorecard, everybody had it even at 66. That's at the time of the stoppage, and that would seem fairly appropriate, really, for the most part. But Salido was clearly starting to take control with his power punching. And the press row scoring, very similar. Only Sergio Machado having a 2-point margin for Lopez, which is also conceivable, actually, given how things went. You could have that, although I think the draw score is probably more appropriate. In any case, that's a moot point because Orlando Salido was able to do what we said at the top of the show he might do, and that is use his power and his great chin to beat a vulnerable but exciting champion in Juan Manuel Lopez. So it went according to that script tonight.
All right, let's check the results of our text message poll in which we were asked to choose the greatest Puerto Rican fighter of all time. No question, Felix Trinidad.
Not surprising, and it's not surprising because Cotto is right there in second. And, of course, those three gentlemen below them are not exactly chopped liver. They're pretty good.
Juan Manuel Lopez losing for the first time in his career, losing his world title. And now, Orlando Salido. After all the years of hard work, the suspension, he finally, Al, gets a world championship around his neck again.
Yeah.
And this time he does it here in Puerto Rico.
Former IBF title holder who has it again, and you have to give him huge credit for the effort he gave here tonight.
Congratulations.